Okay.
Welcome back to the day's second game. It's a quarter final round game, and we have the winners of that game, the Bullitt East Lady Chargers. We have head coach Chris Stallings, student athletes Emma Egan, Gracie Merkle, and Hayley Ranalli. Coach, comments?
Well, coming into today's game, we had watched and had played Meade County, so we felt like that was a benefit to us. I've already played them, and we watched them and knew going in that they were not going to quit. We had to play 4 quarters. They were going to have runs with the way they shoot the ball, and there's just no quitting those kids. And so we knew that. And so I was really proud of our bunch for responding to that. And, you know, going in, we thought we had a big size advantage inside. We were able to exploit that. But I think better than the first time we played them this year, one, we defended them a little bit better. But then, you know, our kids really understood to get the ball inside to Gracie. And I thought they did a great job. They stayed under control, handled the pressure that they threw at us. I mean, to only have 8 turnovers, that was big for us. The one thing that we talked about, they had 8 offensive rebounds, and I believe all 8 of those came in the third and early in the fourth. And once we started rebounding their misses in the second half, I thought we got a lot more comfortable.
Questions at this point in the front and the middle?
This is for either one of you two. Aside from the Gracie factor, when you get up a lead, I've seen some teams handle it well, others not so much. How was that experience? You guys have been in this situation many times, able to help you guys keep that lead and go to the semifinals now? Yeah,
I mean, like Coach said, watching Meade County, they are going to fight the whole time. Even yesterday when they played, I think they were down 17 and came back and they won. So we knew we just had to keep fighting, keep rebounding, and limit our turnovers.
Right here in the corner.
Coach, you talked a little bit about how Gracie's presence inside helped your offense, but how did you feel like it helped defensively, especially during that run early in the first?
Well, when we played them the first time, our kids really helped off of corner shooters. And, you know, late in the game, it took us late in the game, that game, to, you know, say, hey, Gracie is the help on those drives. She's the help, and you can stay out on shooters. And, you know, through our film work, we didn't really go over that on the floor yesterday. It was just more through our film work there at the hotel. And then we rotated our help from the weak side on Gracie's girl. And so that plays big. You know, I've told people her last 3 years, you know, she has an effect on both ends of the floor, defensively and offensively. And she's not, you know, just like that last catch she made down here. I think the last bucket we scored, that was a heck of a catch and a finish. And so it really helped having her there to help on defense.
This question's for Coach and for Emma. How is your leg? I couldn't help but notice the crutches. You gonna be okay for tomorrow?
It's hanging in there. Yeah.
Well, Coach Hoban, my assistant, does an outstanding job with Emma. And that was one of the things the first day I left her just so she could soak it quicker. We will rest that as much as we can. And we have and continue to do so to be ready for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But the competitor Emma is, you know, she's going to tape it up pretty tight and she'll be ready to go.
Coach, next up, you got Southwestern. I mean, how do you feel about that matchup with all the stakes that it has going into it?
Well, I'll be honest with you, just from our game, you know, they've got great guard play. Peyton AC can step out and hit the three. 3 of those kids played for me during the summer, Molden and Smitty and AC, and they're competitors. And they're going to compete. There's not a lot of quitting those kids, those 3 kids that I know, and I'm sure they're all that way. But I haven't watched. We have just worked on our pot of 4, and so we'll watch tonight, and we'll start tonight breaking down I was just going on our game.
Right here. This is for Gracie. Gracie, how much of your game would you say is the importance of just getting to your spots? It felt like once you got to that right side of the basket, it was either a bucket or a trip to the line.
Yeah, well, we work on post moves at practice every day so we work on both sides, but just being comfortable on my right side, being able to go over there, make the bucket or go to the free throw line is really important. And then my teammates getting me the ball on that right side, I know that I have to go in and finish.
What's sort of going through your mind when, they're throwing as many people that they can your way and they're just not able to stop you?
Yeah, well, sometimes it's like a happy thought, like being able to get double team, triple team, and not being able to get stopped. But then sometimes I know, like, when that happens, I'll be able to kick it out to my teammates and they'll be able to convert on those shots that I kick out to them.
In the very back here.
This question for you, Gracie. Just, what does it mean to you to have a type of performance like this on this stage with that crowd? And, it was a record crowd today, and now you're one step closer to playing for a state title.
Yeah, it's just amazing. My teammates getting me the ball again, then being able to rebound the ball, do it, whatever I can to contribute to the win, and knowing that being able to go to the Final Four is just an amazing feeling for me and my teammates.
I just want to add something real quick with that, Dominique. Both of us, Meade County and Bullitt East, are community-based schools, and we have great community support. And, today's game, I've been to a lot of state tournaments. Today's game felt like an old school state tournament game at Diddle Arena. It was loud. Both sides were full. Both end zones, had a lot of people here. And I know for the game of girls basketball, just being a fan of that, we really appreciate that. The girls do. I mean, on both sides.
Emma, I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but you're coming in here on crutches. You might have to play 2 games tomorrow. Just how are you mentally pushing yourself through the grind of this week?
I mean, I want to make history with my teammates. We have a mission and I really want to accomplish that. So we're just doing all that we can, me and my coaches and my teammates, to get through. The last time we've played 2 games in 2 days was the LIT, and we really pushed through there and came out on top. My whole body was exhausted after that weekend of games. So I think we're going to be able to get through it together.
Final question right here.
Chris, you've been doing this a long time. What does it mean for you, especially after these last couple of years dealing with the COVID and the shutdown a couple of years ago, to be moving into the Final Four?
Well, there again, I think coming from and being there and leading our program all these years, this means a lot. I mean, our program means a lot to me personally. I invest, and my family invest a lot of time in it. And to finally, you work so hard and you try to do things the right way off the floor and on the floor, that it really is rewarding, to finally to work as hard as you've worked and to be playing the last day of the season and leading a group of kids. It means a lot. And I've been able to accomplish a lot in my coaching career, but this tops all of them. One, because the biggest reason is because of our community, and representing it wherever we go. These girls can tell you, we talk about representing our community in our school. And it does mean a lot to be able to have this group of kids in our program at this level.
Coach Stallings, congratulations to you and the Lady Chargers on the victory today, and good luck tomorrow in the Final Four.
Thank you.
Thank you all. We have the Meade County Lady Ways, head coach Dina Hackert, student athletes Aubrey Hardesty, Mattie Clanton. Is that right? Clanton, Mattie Clanton, and Peyton Bradley. Coach, comments, please.
On the game?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I felt like, we got off to a little bit of a slow start. So we dug a hole early, and then you got to take some chances. Once you dig a hole, now we're trying to play the whole length of the floor, and that in itself with Merkle down on the other end makes it even a little harder to contain her. But I felt like these kids do what they always do. They come out and have a punch back at some point and in many points in the game. So I was super proud of their willingness to just keep staying the course and playing hard defensively. And I don't think we ever really got discouraged, even though it can be discouraging when you work so hard. And you have to give Merkle, she's a great player. You have to give Bullitt credit. They're a great team. And we came out and came up short tonight on the scoreboard, but not in integrity, character, or in Meade County fashion, the way we play basketball. So that part of it, super proud of our kids.
In the middle.
For any of the players, there was a lot of fans in the stands today. And, I've covered sports in 5 different states, and I've never seen anything like this at the state tournament. What does that mean to you, ladies?
It really means so much to us for our community to show up and our students. We gave out tons of T-shirts yesterday to our school, and it really means a lot that our community shows up like this and supports us.
Yeah, I'll backpack off her. It just means a lot to us to know that they're gonna come out to support us, especially what we're doing, and they're just gonna back us up no matter what the outcome is.
Okay, backpacking off of them, yes, it does mean a lot. I think being able to come out with a whole lot of energy from our community, it helps us come out and perform better. I mean, we couldn't have done it without them. Their support, their love, even my parents coming out and just getting my whole family out. And even though some of them are a little slow and just are struggling to come out, it's important that they come out and support me, and it really means a lot.
Yeah, we had, I think they shut half the community down, and it's a memory we won't forget. And we want to thank our Meade County community that came out in fashion, and to see them stay when the game was over and cheer our kids on, even in defeat, is a victory for our kids, and they won't forget that.
Right here. Coach, you got to see Bullitt East earlier in the season, so you're well aware of Gracie Merkle. Just coming into that matchup, just what was the plan for her, and how challenging does she make things inside?
At our tallest gal being 5'10", it's an extreme challenge, and we really came in wanting to do our best to play some good half court and try to sandwich her, so to speak, and make them work for a little lengthier shots. But when you get behind, now it's the catch-up game. So now you have to. We had played them and played them into overtime. The last time we played, feel like the game went a little bit different because we're able to stay close enough to stay with what in our little half court situation. So for us today, when you're behind going into the third quarter by 15, you've got to push up the pressure a little bit and hope to get some easy buckets. People don't give Bullitt credit for what they play in a half court defense. Now, yeah, it's great having, Merkle around contending and getting every rebound almost off of a missed shot, but they play great defense around the perimeter. They're not defined simply by her. I would like to say they're a great physical, a great defensive team. And so we came in hoping to limit her touches and make some other kids get some shots up, and wanting to transition, maybe get them a little tired and try to hope for the second half, some ability to pick up the pace. And We knew that they struggled a little bit from the free throw line, so we kind of went that route a little in the fourth quarter, hoping to lengthen the game a little bit for us and give us some opportunities. But I felt like our kids didn't always feel, because that's the fans, it didn't feel like we were 15 down. Sometimes I looked up and I thought, man, we got to be closer in this, but we weren't. Just the way the fan support was tonight. So our kids don't usually look at the scoreboard. They're pretty good about just staying the course of the game.
Yeah, just how proud were you of their fight? I know in the third quarter, the team was able to get a lot of offensive rebounds, second chance points. Seemed like they just wouldn't go away for this game. Just how proud of you were you?
That's Meade County basketball. And that's what we want to be known for. Kids who come from a small town that play with a lot of grit, integrity, who play well together, and fundamentally do the little things to, no pun intended, make a big wave. And they do that really well. And this team has done it all year. We played some of the best teams in the state at times, played them tight, and they have a lot of confidence that I might be rigid and old school, but in that they bought in and they really worked hard throughout the season to have this opportunity. And, you know, KHSAA does such a tremendous job of creating an environment for communities like ours that and opportunities that these kids won't forget. And for that, they've worked hard, and I'm proud of them.
Coach Hackert, congratulations to you and the Lady Waves on a great season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies.